matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. On the run, it's Payne. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Going to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So now it's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Gets it to him on the screen. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Finds the tight end. He's loose. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second.
It's a fake. They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. And they pull it off. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The fake field goal catches the defense with its pants down, and it's going to be a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week, but when are you going to call it? Are you going to call it? Because you got to have the onions to call it in a big moment. They call it, they convert. What a call by the offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the set. Carrier. Split them here on this side.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Wasting no time taking a shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Hard running there. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Taking it the other way. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Looking downfield on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Uncorks one to the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get...
Turning on the Jets. Turning it on.
look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bailey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Blasted as he lets it go. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it on the right. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Lost to throw again. Makes the grab. It's McAllister. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone covers. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now on the option. Oh, the ball squirts out. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to throw for it. Good caught over the middle. It's McAllister. The Horned Frogs get it past the sticks. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wide receiver comes in motion. Red pass, it's complete. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by 4 over Vanderbilt. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Manning. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Rolling, throwing, looking right. It's a seam wide open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Now he'll throw back into the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. The ricochet off the left upright and through. That'll bring him to within 4.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air, it's Hoover. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Listen to this crowd just shaking digging the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. To throw, it's Hoover. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
The Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's McAllister. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback adapting. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Floating away. Sails one into the middle. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the back. So much change of direction. He's down to the 23. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. To the air on first down. Steps away to find some room. He caught it! And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. Quarterback making checks. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Trying to burn this defensive back. And he pulls it in at the 15. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He's going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorn! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Payne. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Rushes on him. Oh, he's got a chance. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Hoover. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run.
this guy showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Wingo. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's Baxter. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
DB's right up on the receivers. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He makes the catch, but the official's right on top of it, signaling out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. To the air. It's Hoover. He's got him this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice.
There he goes. Lots of running room. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
The Horned Frogs have their offense in high gear. Just keep slinging it. Under fire. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but This is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Flips it out on the screen. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looking left. Complete downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're in Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Pressure coming.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Man, that was a drive to forget right there. Like, they wanted to create some space, get out of their own end zone, and maybe flip the field, but that offense got nothing going, and they're going to have to punt from their own end zone.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Off the play fake on 1st down. To throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
Texas 31, TCU 21.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. He might want another play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires to the right. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting and keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it. Keep getting those stats.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. $90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. On the move, it's Payne. Oh, a lot of space. You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game. The defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. And got it down to the 28. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He calls for the fair catch and makes it deep in his own end, and he might have been better off seeing if that ball would just trickle into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Working that left side now.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20.
They're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Gonna look downfield again. Dances away. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McAllister. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
This quarterback is having a Heisman moment in this game. These are the types of games that Heisman voters are going to pay attention to. He's now got over 450 passing yards.
Got it in the middle, it's Payne. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run from the shotgun. Wide open spaces. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the red zone, looking for a man. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Tight end finds a soft spot. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be first and goal. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. The 50, the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texas! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that we do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll leave it with him. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Fires to the big fella. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.